Guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today is July 16th, 2018, and the video I am filming today is going to be the how to do a life audit video. I did want to let you guys know that I'm going to be looking at my notebook pretty often throughout this video just because I am not a professional and I kind of need to follow my script, so I kind of know what to say and try not to forget anything. With that being said, I do want to say I am not a professional in any way, shape, or form. This is just ways that I feel like have really helped me get out of that dark place, and I find it very beneficial. If you're the type of person that doesn't necessarily enjoy anything that has to do with self-help, this might not be the video for you, so go ahead and click out of it, that way you're not wasting any more time. So what is a life audit? Webster's Dictionary defines an audit as an official inspection of an individual's or organization's accounts, typically by an independent body. So basically the way that I like to think of a life audit would be like a life audit is an inspection of an individual's accounts, and by accounts I would say our personal accounts would be health, career, relationships, etc. Basically things that can impact your definition of success. At this time, I do want you guys to take a second and just kind of think of your own version of success. You can be as brief or descriptive as you want, it's your own goal. So my definition of success would be I am healthy and happy as a gym and business owner, still married with my husband, and possibly having some little ones running around. I really think the reason that you need a life audit sometimes is so that you can create a roadmap from where you are now to this picture of success that you just created. It's a lot easier to kind of pinpoint the things that you need to do when you've already established where you want to be, if that makes sense. With that being said, I'm going to have you pause your success vision for a second, and this next section is going to be one of the most important sections, so make sure that you really pay attention to it. Start to kind of think of like the person that you are now with the things and the resources that you have available to you that are going to help you to get from point A to point B. What I would like you to do now is to write at least 5 to 10 goals that you have for yourself that are going to help you become that person in your successful picture. I would recommend that you write each of these goals on its own page, or at least its own section, because we are going to be continuing with other stuff regarding that same goal. So I would recommend you do that. For example, these are a few of mine. I have lose weight, take care of myself, maintain mental health, complete NASM, heal relationships, try new things, hustle, 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 pay off debt, and stay true to who I am and who I am becoming. So those are my goals right now. So now that you've kind of thought of how to get from point A to point B, there's a question that I would like you guys to answer for each of your goals. So that question is, why is this goal important to me? I'm just going to use the lose weight example because I feel like it's the easiest, and I feel like some of you guys follow me for this particular reason. In this scenario, I would use, I want to lose weight and this goal is important to me because blah blah blah, whatever your reason is. So take a minute, write out why each of these goals is important to you, and go ahead and pause. That way you can make sure you do it for each one of your goals. So now that you've answered that one, the next question that you're going to be answering for each of your goals is what you're going to do to get there. So for example, I would say, I'm going to lose weight, and I'm going to lose weight by making sure that I stay within my daily macro targets. So that's a way that I'm going to get there. Obviously you can be more descriptive and you can say, you can go into detail about training, etc. And then go ahead and pause the video here, write that out for each of your goals, and then when you're done, go ahead and click play so that we can continue with the next questions. So now that you've written what you're going to do to get to those goals, the next thing would be to write about the obstacles that can get in the way from you achieving those goals. We all have them, they're all different for everybody. So for example, Mine would be, I have a sweet tooth and it's really hard for me to not eat chocolate. So that's what I would put as one of my obstacles. For your own goal, go ahead and customize it. Take a second and write that out. So after you write down the obstacle that you're thinking that you're gonna face, or the obstacles, because it can be multiple depending on what your goal is, I want you to think of ways that you would combat that. So for example, for mine, because I said that an obstacle would be that I have a sweet tooth, what I can do is I can try to fit a Snickers bar into my macros once a week, tweak my macros a bit just so I can fit that in. That way I know at the end of the week, you know, I can eat that Snickers or whatever the case may be. Now that we got into the point where we are combating the things that can make us fail, I want you to get realistic here, because success isn't just a straight line. It's going to be lots of back and forth. It's never a straight line. Success is never easy. It's always hard, and sometimes we have setbacks. So whenever we do fail while we're trying to achieve our goals, I want you to think about what you would do to fix the situation and get back on track if you did fail. So make sure you write that out. For my example, I would say the way that I would recover from failing is I would modify my macros for the rest of the week to make sure I stay within the weekly calorie goal, and that's how I would combat that if I did fail. Now that we have written what we would do to get back on track if we did fail, I want you to write what might happen if you attempt your goal and you succeed. So best case scenario, let's say you do attempt the goal and you succeed at it. So what does that look like for you in the future? So try to think ahead, try to think of what your life would look like if you did succeed at it. I think it's really important, you know, to think about those things too, because most of the time I feel like we might think about what might happen if we don't succeed, when we should really be switching our brains to think about what would happen if we do, right? If you guys have seen my Instagram post about interrupting our thoughts, or anxious thoughts, I think it has a lot to do with that. Now we're gonna do the opposite. So now that you've written what might happen if you do succeed at your goal, I want you to write what might happen if you don't succeed, or if you don't commit to the action that you're thinking about taking. Make sure you take some time to write about that. Now that we've done all of that, right? We've identified our vision of success. We've identified our goals. We've identified why they're important to us. We've identified what we're gonna do to get there, what our obstacles may be, and how we're gonna combat them and fight them. We've also identified what we would do if we fail, right? We've also identified what the success picture looks like for us, or we've also identified what it looks like to actually complete that goal and be successful in that role. And then we've also identified what our life might look like if we stay stagnant and don't do anything at all, or if we just fail completely. So now we're going to wrap everything up together. I would like you guys to fill out this template based off of your own goals. So the template says, my goal is blank. Blank is important to me because blank. I will achieve this goal by blank. If blank happens, I will stay the course by blank. If I fail, I will recover by. If I succeed at this goal, it's more likely to happen. If I don't complete my goal, so this is basically what a life audit is like for me. I didn't really realize that this was a life audit until I came across some things on Pinterest. The way that I did see it on Pinterest though is a little bit different than what I do, because I have also incorporated fear setting. I watched a TED Talk that a really great mentor showed me in my class when I was a new hire at the company that I work for. So Travis, if you're watching this, thank you. But basically, I tied both of those things together. Essentially what I wanted to do is I wanted to get you guys thinking about what your goals are and how important they are, and then make sure that you have it written on paper, because I really do believe that when you write it out, when you speak it, when you put it out into the universe, it becomes a lot more powerful. I did the negative part of it as well, where we kind of take a look at your fears and we kind of already have a backup plan, I guess, to combat them, worst case scenario if you do fail. Because once you are comfortable with failing, what's the worst that can happen? If you do fail, we've already created something that's going to help you get back up, because you've already envisioned the worst case scenario in your head and you already have something there that's going to help you combat it. That's why I really think it's important to make sure you look at both sides of things and to make sure that you're mentally prepared for all things, including the negatives. So if you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you guys so much. I really do believe in this exercise. I would recommend it. There's not really like a time frame that I would recommend that you guys do this, but I feel like when you feel a little bit overwhelmed with where you're at in life, these really come in handy. If you guys did this exercise, it would be awesome if you guys sent me pictures or tagged me or anything like that on social media. But thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this series. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. So best case scenario, say you do attempt so best case scenario, say you do attempt the goal. What does that look like for you? No. So best case scenario, let's say you do attempt